Well, there's a lot to get into. We're talking about a customer pick already at the full price of $749.99. But how about 5 flex pays? How about free shipping for today only? How about moving up to a beautiful 15-inch touchscreen? A couple things about this laptop you should know right off the gate. It's incredible. I got to play with it for a couple of minutes before I went on the air. It's as smooth as silk because it's solid state, which is beautiful. 8 gigs of RAM, that's amazing. It's got the touchscreen, hello, which really comes in handy. It's the latest processor built in, super crazy lightweight, lovely battery life, the whole ball of wax. Here's the problem, I'm down to 3 colors. So what are those choices that you have? Well, first you're gonna pick your with or without Office 365. So here's your story. If you want it with Office, the colors I have available with Office is silver and gold. So that's silver in the middle, and I have gold over there. So if you want it with Office, you're gonna order the silver or the gold. Now, if you don't want Office, I have silver, gold, or white. Now, the white's already sold out with Office. So if you want that gorgeous white, it's without Office, and I have 120 left, and that is probably gonna sell out in this hour. So if you want white without Office, which is fine, it's a little less expensive, then you wanna get this white now, because that will not make it till the last airing later on with Shannon. What else are you getting? Well, with our configuration, you're gonna get a whole bunch of premium goodies. We give you a voucher that gives you a whole bunch of extra apps, extra things you can download, including Bigger Brains membership. Do you know that's 1 year? That's a $180 value. You get Hotspot Shield Premium subscription. That's an $80 value. PDF Extra Service, which is great because a lot of times you have to convert something to a PDF. That is $49, almost $50. Casio Starter Premium membership, that's $50. VioPrint Custom Neoprene Sleeve. Look how cute this is. That is a $40 value. You can put your own pictures on it. Isn't that cute on both the front and the back? That is a $40 value included. You get 6 months of BuffX Pro service. You also get 3 months of Ribbit.com, 3 months of Pandora Premium Pass, 60 days of that is free. All of that in our exclusive bundle, and you're gonna be able to get it now. We also include, which is pretty awesome because it's sitting here, I'm just gonna double check. Yes, yes, I see a mouse. I'm assuming that's included as well. I've got to double check, but I think it is because it's sitting here. And if it's not, I'll take it away. Yeah, we're gonna double check that one because I don't see it on my card. But that's not to say we don't get it. In fact, my guest Aaron could probably clarify that for me too. So let's do it. Let's get Aaron Berger with us because he's gonna walk us through how awesome this brand new HP is. Welcome back, Aaron.
Hey, Sue, thank you. It's great to be back. Exciting to be back. The mouse is not included. So
okay, so no idea why it's out there. Let me get rid of it.
Well, it's out there because it's available. If you want to buy an extra case with a mouse, that's something that we have additionally available. So that's why someone set it out there for you.
Got it.
But yeah, easy peasy. Like Suzanne said, 3 colors left. One thing I want to mention quickly about the white. If you love the white and your heart is set on a computer with Microsoft Office, you can still buy the white because you can get the computer home and you can buy Microsoft Office. You can go right online. In fact, I was just there. Where did I go? I went right here to Microsoft Office 365 Personal. That's for you. So you can buy it. Now, the truth is, it's a $20 discount to buy at HSN, to go ahead and buy right now the Office with the computer. So you'll have to pay just a little bit more. But if you love the white, all I'm saying is don't let that stop you from getting it because you can have the white as well. And let me talk for a minute about what the option is. So if you're choosing with the others, of course, if you don't use Microsoft Office a lot, you certainly don't have to buy it. There's no reason to. But if, like me and so many of us, you live by Microsoft Office, then of course you'll want to pick it up because, like I said, it's a great value to do so. What this is Microsoft, it's now called Microsoft 365, actually. Microsoft 365 Personal. It is all 7 of the Microsoft Office programs: Word, Excel, Access, Outlook, OneNote, PowerPoint, and Publisher. I always have to count to make sure I get them all. Let me try one more time. Microsoft Microsoft Word, Excel, Access, Outlook, OneNote, PowerPoint, and Publisher. You get them all for a full year, full versions, not just for your computer, for a computer, for a tablet, and for a smartphone. So make your decision, choose your color, decide with or without Office, but get it. This is like Sue said, I'm so glad you had a few minutes before the show, Suzanne, to really use it. Because Suzanne is, I'll just say it, Susan's a tough audience. She loves electronics. She knows a lot about
Do you
electronics.
say that lovingly, by the way, Erin? Is that
Of
lovingly?
course. Well, how else could I possibly say it to
Well,
my buddy of about 15
I
years?
know, you know what? But I am the customer. I am 100% you guys.
Yeah,
I really
you
am.
are.
I come from that point of view. I shop HSN all the time. I've sold a gazillion computers like you have.
Right.
And so when we get something that's really fresh, something that's really lightweight, and you know I geeked out because it's got a full keyboard on here, guys. I mean, how many, and that's the handiest thing, especially if you're using your credit card like I do. You got to see this. Typically, and this is a lit keyboard. You guys, there are features. This is so feature rich. There are features on here you only find on computers that start at the $700 range. Lit keyboard, backlit, which we're going to dim the lights later to show you. Full keyboard here on the side. Bigger keys, which is really comfortable. And a screen that's absolutely impeccable. Plus it's touch. Are you kidding me? I mean, there are just absolutely some of the best features you'll find on some of the most expensive laptops that you're getting in our one-day deal. So please don't miss out on this. If you guys have an old desktop, or maybe you guys were in a crunch because you had the kids at home homeschooling, if you were on it trying to get to the office, somebody else needed to use it, maybe you guys were doing it in shifts because you only had a couple computers at home, this is one of the best buys you're gonna see from us all year long. I promise you that. Plus you add the deal and the free shipping, and you add 5 flex pays where you just pay it off in 5 months, you're getting a phenomenal laptop. That's why I'm down to 3 colors and only a couple more options left. And don't hesitate. If you saw it earlier with Helen, or maybe you saw the lunch with Adam last night, this is your moment. There's only one more airing with Shannon later on. This will be the last time you'll see the white. That won't even be an option. And I think she's doing it at 11 o'clock tonight. I think it's that, right, Erin? Are you guys at 11 again, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That white won't even be there at all in any way. Now you've got the chance to grab what's left of the white, and then we have the silver and that gorgeous gold. One of my all-time favorite features that we haven't seen all year is this big 15-inch screen. That to me is a great story because nobody's ever said, oh no, I want a smaller screen.
Right, right. Everybody loves having the bigger screen, and like Susan's showing you there, everybody loves having the touch screen. So what we've, only in early January, so nearly 4 months ago, did we have a Today Special period that had Microsoft Office in it, let alone with the 15-inch screen, which is the #1 selling screen size in America. We have had the vast majority of computers that we've had, period, really since coronavirus started. As I'm sure you guys, you all read the news just like I do. Shipping times, transit times, manufacturing times have been absolutely crazy. And then there was the shipwreck in the canal, which I'm sure you saw. There are hundreds of boats off the coast of California right now that can't even be unloaded because of the logistical problems that among other things, the coronavirus has caused in our country. So getting the stock of, and all of this, of course, at a time when we've needed computers more than we've ever needed them in our lives. So we've done better with 14-inch. We've been able to get more 14-inch. 15-inch is the #1 selling screen size in America. And of course, and I'll talk more about this in a minute, this is touch screen. We're gonna talk a lot about touch screen. It changes the whole ballgame. You know what? I'm gonna talk about touch screen now. As a matter of fact, I can't wait. The thing about touch screen is you never have to wear your reading glasses. And I'll just come right out and say it. I said a minute ago, Susan and I have known each other 15 years now. I am right at the cusp. I am at the age where I'm absolutely fighting it every step of the way, but really I should probably wear reading glasses for some things now. And what it means is if you're at the age where you wear them a little or a lot, I'm sure there's lots of times when you're on the computer and you think, well, I got to get my reading glasses. I can't see that, right? Like I'm sure you can read free shipping probably from wherever you are, but you probably couldn't read that above it said today only, and that below it said on everything. When you have a touch screen, forget about your reading glasses. You don't need them. And even more fun is when you see something and you want to see a little bit more detail, like right here. Can you see anything about her purse at all, other than maybe it's a light color? Well, now you can. Shopping online has never been so much fun as when you can see the kind of detail and kind of value of the color and that sort of thing as you can when you pinch and when you zoom. And then of course, when it comes to exploring your computer and opening different things and going from one thing to the other. Again, you see how smooth the computer is when I do this, but you also see just how easy the touchscreen is and how convenient the touchscreen is. I started to say the other thing. I'm going to let Suzanne give you guys an update. We'll do that a lot during this presentation since we are at the end of some quantities and colors. Then I want to talk to you about Microsoft a little bit because we haven't had a Microsoft Today special for about 4 months. We usually do one every single month. And we will not have another one like this with this size screen and Microsoft and all that until back to school. So if you're thinking Mom's Day, if you're thinking Dad's Day, if you're thinking summer holidays or summer birthdays or graduations, this is going to be the time to get your 15-inch Microsoft.
Well, and you know what? Again, we've done a ton of 14 inches, so guess what's coming back? More 14-inch. And I'm always like, the bigger the better, but you don't have to sacrifice the weight. You can go up another full inch, which really counts, and it's still under 4 pounds. I mean, this thing is lightweight, but look at all that screen size. And the keyboard is so much more comfortable to work with because you're not squishing your fingers on a teeny little keyboard. That's that brilliant solid-state drive you just saw go into effect, and we'll talk about that with Aaron in just a second. I do want to clarify, because we figured out a couple things here. When you get this voucher card, you're going to see right there, that's the neoprene sleeve you're going to be able to order to use back to this. Now, we have also another neoprene sleeve with a mouse you can buy totally separate if you'd like to, but remember, you're getting this sleeve with this computer. I just want to make sure we get it right. Yeah, that's separate, guys. That if you want a mouse and you want another one, there's your item number for it. But guess what? We give you a neoprene sleeve that you can custom design with our today's special, and that's a $40 value by itself, let alone all the other list of goodies that you're going to get with this voucher. So don't throw this out. Just don't think it's junk mail in your box. This is really a huge value. I don't even know what it is. If you do the math, Jared, my producer, I'm going to give you that job. Can you add up all the bonus goodies in here after the computer itself? It starts at $180 and ends at $10. So I'll let you know how much this card is worth. Just this card, I want to know. Yeah, not the whole bottle. You got to add it up because we haven't done that. And we got an hour to talk about it, so we're good. Okay, guys, update. If you want the white, the only way to get the white is without Microsoft Office. We're down to the last 75. That's going to be a sellout in this hour. So please don't wait on the white, because I know a lot of you go, oh, yeah, right. And then you'll tune back in and go, oh, no, the white's missing. Then in the silver and in the gold, and I hope you guys can really see the finishes. They're elegant. They're beautiful. They're just gorgeous. I'm going to try to tilt it just a little bit. You're going to get it at home. You're going to see this is almost a champagne color when you think about the gold. You still have your choice with Microsoft Office or without in these two colors. But again, second to the last airing. Shannon's going to do the last one at 11 o'clock. And when we hit midnight, even if I have 3 little computers left, this deal is over. You will not have another opportunity for it. So it's always smart to get it while you can. 15-inch, beautiful screen, super powerful processor, the latest processor inside here, 8 gigs of RAM. That's amazing. And it's solid-state drive. Now, Aaron, you know I'm a little bit of geek on solid-state drive. Can we jump into that next? I don't know if you wanted to go there next, but I think it's so crucial for people to understand the benefits of their old laptop and now upgrading to solid state. It's like going from black and white TV to, HD, high-end 4K.
It's big. I want to go wherever you want to go. And I know that this is something that Suze loves. She's got a cool story to tell you about her husband, actually, and the reason that solid state, well, I think that's kind of how you were introduced to it. I think you probably introduced me to it, several years ago. Solid state is now at the place where, thankfully, it's not so expensive that you don't have to pay $1,000 for your computer to get solid state home. For a long time, we really had to. It was almost reserved for business applications only because it was so expensive. So here's what it is. There are basically 2 kinds of storage that you can have in your computer. One is traditional, called HDD, hard disk drive. And that means in your computer, there's a mobile moving component, moving drive, that when you store information or save information or search for information, copy, paste, basically when you ask your drive to do anything, it has to wake up. It has to go from being still to moving. And when it moves, it causes friction, and friction causes heat. So that's why your computer gets hot on the bottom. This computer doesn't. I'll get to that in a minute. That's one of the things that this new storage prevents. The other thing is, with that older hard disk drive, there had to be a fan inside because there has to be something to cool that moving drive down. Well, that's gone now too. Also, those drained battery life because they consumed so much energy. With all of that taken out of the computer, in its place is a little solid state drive. Now this, I say little, that doesn't mean capacity is little. That just means that physically it's smaller. So it means the computer is lighter weight, has a longer battery life. We haven't even said this weighs 3.75 pounds, has about a 7-hour and 15-minute battery life. So I mean, it is, when you're on, we kind of get the real okay to be, on the road, and I think a lot of us will be ready to do that. great computer to be on the go with as well. So the solid state drive is now in. We have a little video we're going to show you that compares and shows you the advantages of having, and there's a lot of them, the solid state drive. The big three are it's lighter weight, it's quieter, and it's faster. Well, those all work. Those are all good news, right? Faster boot up and shutdown. Your applications load more quickly. Better battery life, about 7 hours and 15 minutes. No moving parts. The computer is quieter. What you see here, you see on the left-hand side, the solid state drive, not only did it turn on more quickly, but as you multitask, as you go from one item to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, it's so much faster and it's so much smoother. So if you're waiting on your computer right now, in fact, let me give you a couple of reasons to upgrade today. And I'll remind you again, because Suzanne said the white was so limited. While we only have white without Microsoft Office, you can always buy Microsoft Office later. So I just don't want anyone to get to the point where they go, oh, white's gone, I really, really wanted white. Either way, you can always buy Office for it on your own as soon as the computer gets home. That's no big deal. If your computer is slow, that's probably the #1 reason to upgrade. This computer is fast. I've showed you, and I'll continue to show you through our airings. I've got about 10 different things open. I'm going from one to the other. There's never a pause. It never hesitates. I've been doing this. This computer has been running all day long. This is my 7th hour of doing this presentation. And you can see there's simply no waiting with it. It is absolutely instant. So if your computer is slow, this computer is fast. If your computer runs hot, I explained to you, all of those heat-causing elements are gone. There is no friction. There is no fan. This computer runs, again, I've had it on all day long today. It is absolutely cool to the touch. It's barely any warmer than the air temperature, just slightly warmer. If your computer is heavy, this weighs 3.75 pounds. So really easy to take with you to have on the go. If your computer has a short battery life, so you get out with your computer, you turn it on, you work for an hour, and the darn thing's dead. This has a 7-hour and 15-minute battery life. And do you know how quickly it charges? It has something called HP Fast Charge built in. It charges to 50% full in just 45 minutes. So even if you forgot to charge it last night and you get something, oh man, I've got a presentation to do, plug it in for 10 minutes, you're going to have probably an hour of charge. I mean, it charges so quickly. So those are just some of the reasons, of course, along with Suzanne's favorite, and honestly, everyone who knows computers' favorite, solid state drive that makes such a big difference with our today's special.
Yeah, and we still haven't really talked in depth about the processor that's in here, the 8 gigs of RAM that's in here.
Right.
These are specs that you find on really expensive laptops, and these are specs that you find on very expensive desktops, not in something that's around $500. I mean, it's just really remarkable how HP is able to consistently bring you and I these incredible offers. And again, who doesn't want touch? It's so intuitive, you know? I think we use touch on our tablets. We're so comfortable with it. We use touch on our phones. We're very comfortable with that. Yeah, we want touch, and you'll find you're much more productive when you have touch. So you'll type some things and then you go, oh, that's right, let me just click it. Instead of clicking it, I'm just gonna hit it, and look how fast that is. And the screen is absolutely stunning. When you get this at home, you will really appreciate how beautiful the screen is, and that's just something that's delicious. We had this beautiful photo that was up here a little earlier, and I'm gonna try to find it again. We go back to Aaron, because it just really, for me, showed off how incredible the screen is. It's just beautiful to look at. And that counts so much, because that's what we kind of judge things by, you know? We don't want to have to squint, and we don't want to have to go, well, you know what? It's just kind of a lousy bluish screen. I want something really gorgeous. And this is going to allow you to do that. I'm actually going to load it because this hasn't been put on yet, but it's easy. Just says, let's go. And it's going to take me to my collection. We'll see what we got in here. Needless to say, I had pictures on the other one I had set up. Let's go to albums and see what comes up. All right, Aaron, where do you want to take us for next while I look for some pictures?
Love to do for a minute. So we're about 20 minutes into our presentation. I want to mention Viper security. It's been incredibly popular today, and it's a this day only. And then I want to go through, we have a video that's an overview video. In case some of you guys sort of are joining us late, I want to do an overview. Then we're going to get really deep into the processor and some of the other features, the backlit keyboard. But let's talk for just a minute. If you're picking up this computer today, something we highly recommend, there's really two things today I'm recommending. We have a great HP printer that is brand new. It's the world's smallest all-in-one printer that a lot of you guys have picked up, kind of doing an HP office makeover. And for everyone in America who owns a computer, our this day only is the Viper Advanced Security. Viper Advanced Security protects your computer in total, in every way, not just your